Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. As there was no video yesterday, I gave you guys a warning, there wouldn't be any as I travelled back, and we are back, well, back for now. I'm back in London, I'm back at home. But then I end up going home off to Dubai on Sunday. So we have internet. Breaking news, I've got very quick internet again. Just like we used to have in the days when I was doing videos here. We've got very quick internet. It's all good. There's no waiting 2 hours to upload a video anymore. So yeah, that's all done and dusted. But we're back. And even though by time, this is actually a late video, but I've had loads to sort. And apologies if I'm going to sound congested, but I've got a cold. So it is what it is. However, let's get cracking because there is loads to talk about and there's actually quite a couple of really good talking points for this video that we get to dive into. There is a game tomorrow and I will try and do a review. I say try because of the circumstances of this game being televised. That's why I'm saying try. There's a chance we might not be able to watch this game. Yeah? Simple as that. And why? Because Chelsea play Servette tomorrow in the Europa Conference League. I was going to say Europa League. I'm not used to saying Conference League. We just shouldn't be here. Do you know what I mean? It's like the party that you don't want to get invited to, but you have to show up. If not, you just look like a really bad guy. Yeah? I was going to say something else. But we can't not show up. So we're playing tomorrow in the Europa Conference League qualification. And it's not on TV. And because it's not on TV, what have Chelsea decided to go and do? Chelsea, right, being extremely smart in their decision making here. If you can't sense the sarcasm, then unlucky for you. But they've decided to put the game on the app, right? Not a problem. That sounds great. It's on the app. Great. You can watch it. But on one condition. You got to pay $4.99 like you did for the pre-season games. I'm not paying $4.99. I don't care. I don't care what anyone thinks on that. I ain't paying $4.99 to watch that. To watch a Conference League qualifier. It could not just Chelsea, it's anybody. I'm not paying $4.99 for one game of a Conference League qualifier. Are you taking the mick? Chelsea have gone too far on that one. I'm sorry, man. That is unacceptable. Unacceptable. There's a reason why it's not televised. For anyone that's going to say, oh, but the club have got to make money. There's a reason why that sort of game's not on TV. Because it's really low level. It's not worthy of being on TV. Yeah? So how about we actually look at ourselves properly and start looking at trying to get back to Champions League football properly? That would be great. Because this is a robbery. Anyone pays $4.99. I'm going to be honest. Anyone pays $4.99, you deserve to get your money taken, man, honestly. And look, there will be ways to watch the game, I think, because it's only on the app. This is on no TV. It's only on the app. So even trying to watch it by other means, right, wink, wink, might be difficult. So we'll see. Regardless, though, you will be getting a video tomorrow. But that's the latest in terms of Chelsea's money-making scheme. Let's move to more insider affairs, starting off with JOAO FELIX. He has returned to the club officially, unveiled today as the brand new Chelsea number 14. Number 14 for JOAO FELIX, which ironically was Trevor Chalobah's number. Now, Chalobah's not left yet, but his number's been taken. So, FELIX has taken it. We also have another number change that I'm going to come to in a sec. But JOAO FELIX is back at Chelsea. And like I said before, on this one, I'm happy. I'll take this player all day long, man. JOAO FELIX is a top player. I'll have him. Very creative. And at least has played in some top teams. Has been at that top level. Has done things, right? Has been at the club before. Is aware of how the club was like prior, right? When this new ownership came in and the turbulence was going crazy, and FELIX was there. So it's going to be good to be able to have a player like FELIX in the squad of his technical ability, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. So I'm very happy to have JOAO FELIX back. Welcome back, JOAO FELIX. Going the other route and the other way, Conor Gallagher has officially said goodbye. And he has joined Atletico Madrid. Officially, he was unveiled tonight in the Metropolitana. And, or Metropolitano. But Atleti's gaff, right? Their base. He was unveiled officially to the fans, and his GCSE Spanish came in handy, which was nice to see. But he was unveiled, and he did leave a goodbye on his Instagram, as well as a massive, I think, long 2.5 minute reel of him at Chelsea from when he was a kid. I got to be honest. The goodbye that he gave was better than Mason Mount's, that's for sure. And Conor Gallagher, like I've said before, I wish him the best. Good luck, Conor. I'm sure he's going to smash it. I think he's made the best decision for himself. I think, honestly, in terms of staying at Chelsea, even in the way that Chelsea are, or going to Atletico Madrid as a player, forget being proper Chelsea or like, oh no, we want our place, or like, if it was me, I'd stay because it's Chelsea. Like, put all that aside. As a football player, for your career, what's the better move? Right now, Atletico Madrid without a doubt. So I think he's made a good move. And I think he'll kill it over there under Simeone. I think he'll do really well. He did get taken under the wing of Cesar Azpilicueta, and we saw that. Azpilicueta obviously speaks English, so he was able to help Conor out and, translate things for him and get him up and running. So, good to see Azpilicueta as well, proper captain. But that's Conor Gallagher heading the other way. Now, if we move to another player, and this is a big talking point of the video, this is one of the big ones. Raheem Sterling is officially... I'm trying to find the right word here. Apologies. Like I said, the congestion's mad right now. But not even eviscerated. Sterling has been eviscerated. If you don't know the meaning of that word, go and Google it. You'll know what I mean. Sterling has been eviscerated. Yeah. And look, personally, as long as we get Victor Osimhen through the door, I'm happy with Sterling going and getting Felix in. I'm happy. I'm cool. And Pedro Neto. I think we're covered. For losing a player like Sterling, having Pedro Neto, JOAO Felix, and you are able to go and get Victor Osimhen, I think will be an upgrade. A big upgrade. So I'm happy with that. I'm on board. Yeah? If we get Victor Osimhen, because now there's no excuse. And why is there no excuse? I'll tell you why before I jump back to Sterling. Because we're going to be letting go of Lukaku. His salary is no longer going to be on the books. We're letting go of Sterling. His salary is no longer going to be on the books. How much do they make collectively? Or they were, at least, anyway, collectively. £640,000, you could say. I think it was 325 plus 315. So, 640,000. Lukaku did take a bit of a cut. But you take those two players together and you wipe them off the books. Mate, you've got more than enough room to get Osimhen in now. Even for the salary he's asking, surely. But obviously, don't just accept what he's asking for. There is room to negotiate. But we don't have an excuse. We could end up having let go of Lukaku, Sterling, and I will include Gallagher, right? And bringing in Neto, Felix, Osimhen. That is an upgrade. That's the sort of level that I've been screaming about from the very beginning in terms of actually going and getting players that are going to elevate the squad, take it further, be better, right? For me, this is an upgrade. I'm cool with that. So, go and get it done. But if we were to just let go of Sterling, we get Felix and Neto in, great. But then we ignore the striker and we don't get Osimhen. We stick with what we got. I don't think that's a good move. Albeit Felix and Neto I'm happy with. But Sterling and the way that he's been banished is incredible. Incredible. Zero sympathy. Zero sympathy. And you know what? I think there's a question for sympathy. Not sympathy is the wrong word. There's a question of giving a level of respect. Even if a player is departing and the way that you do it. Two players, for example, like Trev, like Gallagher, that have been at the club since they were kids, that have given everything to get to the first team, that have fulfilled their dream to get to the first team, that have played well in the first team, that haven't disappointed people. Yeah? There's a level of decorum that I think should be given to those sort of players. Sterling is a top professional, and look, he's played at big clubs, Man City, Liverpool. You ask me how he's got the CV that he's got, I'll be honest, I don't know. But I think he'll be a big enough boy to be able to deal with this one. He gets paid a lot. Right? So the sympathy is the wrong word to use it. But it has been ruthless. And Maresca has spoken. And now I'm going to kind of segue to the next point. Because Maresca spoke in the press conference. And the way that he dropped these bombs in the press conference today was actually quite incredible. He said, I spoke with Raheem one-on-one the day before City. I have nothing new to tell him, as I was quite clear. If he wants to chat again, I'll tell him what I already told him. And he was told about the size of the players, the size of the squad. He said, I'm not working with 42 players, I'm working with 21 players. The other 15, 20 players are training apart. I don't see them. It's not a mess like it looks from the outside. Absolutely not. They can even have 20 years contract. It's not my point. I don't care. There's 2 points here. For me, the Raheem Sterling thing, I think some people will be shocked at. Personally, I'm not so shocked. And he played during pre-season. We saw him. He got to have an idea of what he's like. And actually, Maresca clarified this in the press conference. And fair enough. Clarified what Sterling was about. Isn't a fan. Sorry, mate, you're gone. Right? Fair enough. I have to say fair enough because we've brought in Neto. We've brought in Felix. We're covered. So fair enough. Chilwell is one where we have to see what Renato Vega's going to do. But even Chilwell's going to be going too. Maresca has been very decisive. And that's one thing that I've liked. For sure. Since Maresca's come in, he seems like he knows exactly what he wants. Right? And he's vocal about it. He has to carry that same energy now. Throughout. And what he said here about the size of the squad, for me, is key. Saying that he couldn't care less if a player is on a contract of 2 years or 3 years or 5 years or 10 years or 20 years, right? If he feels like a player needs to be moved on, he'll be moved on. But this is also going to correlate with the decision makers at the club because they're the ones that are giving the really long contracts out. If a manager like Maresca, head coach like Maresca comes in and says, I don't want that player, gone, bye. And he's got 8 years left on his contract. Imagine, for example, if Enzo walks in now and goes, I don't like Enzo Fernandez, get rid. Who's buying Enzo Fernandez? Who's buying Enzo Fernandez? No one's buying Enzo Fernandez. Why? His salary's not super high. It's not something astronomical. But who's paying the fee? What would happen? Chelsea need to accept probably a lower fee if they feel like they're forced to get rid of him. Why? Because he's still got, 8 years on his contract or 7 years on his contract. Right? And we paid how much money for him? These sort of things need to be reevaluated. Because a manager isn't always going to like every single thing that he finds at a club. This is why I always say a coach's input is important here. People want to neglect it sometimes and go, the club needs to just make all the decisions. He just needs to accept everything. Like, that's not how it works. The team is going to be in the image of the manager here. That's not to say give everything to the manager because it can work badly in the other direction too. But there's got to be a compromise here. So this is why giving super long contracts out to these guys where it's not always certain, it doesn't make sense because getting rid of them is going to be even more difficult now. This is why we're also in a situation now where we're having to get rid of 15 players have to leave. Well, they better leave. They better leave, and I say they better leave because at the moment it's August 21st. We've got 10 days left of this window? We better get moving then. We need to see outgoings at a speed like we've never seen it before. If not, we're going to have a lot of players just kicking about at Cobham doing nothing. So, to avoid this situation, and you want another example? Disasi apparently could be in trouble. But we bought him how long ago? Not long ago. But now apparently he might be shunned and out of the squad and we might sell him. Well, what's the point? What's the point? What's the point of getting these players in all of a sudden? Okay, boom, they're gone. If you're going to do that then, at least, don't put them on death row contracts. Maybe lower the contract the duration a little bit and we might find ourselves in a situation where we can flog if we have to in a very easy manner. But anyway, that's Maresca. He was very ruthless. However, and I have to say this because this is important. Some people are looking at this press conference today. I've seen the reactions on social media. Some people are looking at Maresca today and going, "Oh, but look at the aura! It's incredible! Oh my god! Oh, that he's spoken like an absolute leader! Oh wow, this guy is going to the very top. He's the next Mourinho." I've honestly, not just that. I've seen him being compared with Ancelotti, with Conte, with various other managers that we've had, with the best in the business. I've seen people comparing him with Pep every single day. I don't even need to mention Pep. What has he done? And what? He's had one great press conference. All of a sudden, he's the second coming of Christ. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Let's have some decorum, right? Some people are going to say, you won the championship. I'm not even going to go there. He needs to prove himself at Chelsea Football Club. That's what he needs to do. But like I've said, I'm not putting any blame on him. If he was to succeed, fantastic, mate. Well done. Very happy. If he doesn't, mate, you're exempt. I will happily come and say, if we lost like 15 games or something, right? I'll happily say, okay, look, Maresca doesn't look like he's it. But you won't find me here going, get rid of Maresca, he's the problem. I will not say that this season. I will not say that ever. No, because that's not who I'm coming for next time. I ain't coming for no manager anymore. It's done. Yeah? It's done. This is their owners with their backs against the wall. This better work. Yeah? This better work. This works, credit. Doesn't work, you're in trouble. End of story. Had enough of waiting about. So, let's hope. But Maresca's tone, his mannerisms, I'm on board with. I like what I hear and I like what I see. Not a problem. Because I believe the way that he's speaking and the way that he needs to act is exactly what we saw in the press conference today, for sure, no problem. But he needs to carry that forward. Not just one press conference. Because don't forget, Poch sounded the very same at the very beginning. Do you remember? We were all like, oh my God, this guy looks like he knows the proper Chelsea way. Yeah, what happened? It took him until May to revert back to the way that he needed to be. And then we're not falling for that again. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I ain't getting fooled again. So, my job here is very easy. I'm going to just wait and see what happens. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. And I hope we do well. So that's that. In other news, Romelu Lukaku deal expected to happen as Napoli are advancing in talks with Chelsea. Napoli director will meet with Chelsea in London in the next 24 hours to proceed and try find a final solution, which is great. All parties involved expect Lukaku to become a new Napoli player in the next day, so good luck to him. Talking about Sterling, by the way, Neto has taken the number 7, so yeah, that explains Sterling's omission from the squad. He's had his shirt literally ripped from him, so unbelievable. But aside from that, nothing really, except one last little bit of news, which is random. Fulham are going to be getting Ryan Cherki. Who would have thought that? For 15 million euros. Who would have thought that? Now, this could be a really good move for Cherki to be able to prove himself at that level first before really lighting it up and then going to the next level. That could be very good for him because he's still 21. But Cherki was being chased by all top clubs, if you remember, and nothing happened. It just kind of all fizzled out. Even Chelsea, it just fizzled. So, let's wait and see what's going to happen there. But I'm looking forward to seeing what Cherki's going to do in the Premier League for Fulham. Going to be a very interesting way to see what he's truly about in terms of the top flight Premier League. What can he do? What impact can he have? And will he be able to revive himself to the point where all those big clubs will come in again? Maybe, maybe not. Let me know, would you think he will? I personally think he will. But that's just a prediction. I can't say I know. I just think he's got it in him. So let's wait and see what happens. But that's it for today. Let me know your thoughts down below. And like I said, tomorrow there will be a review. There's no preview. I mean, what's the point? What am I going to say? Let's go and beat Servette. Like, we should be beating Servette. And convincingly, there's no other outcome here. I don't want to come on tomorrow and find out we've drawn 2-2 to Servette or something dumb. I'm not doing that. We're winning tomorrow and we're winning like 4-0. I ain't accepting anything else. These guys, to face us, had to lose their Europa League playoff. We better destroy them. End of story. So that's the preview. Yeah? Let me know your thoughts down below. I will be here for the review for Chelsea versus Servette. Can't believe I've said that. But let me know your thoughts down below. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Notification bell on to be updated and to be notified once I've uploaded. And I will see all of you tomorrow for a new one. Have a good one, people. See you tomorrow. Take care and peace.